watch me find it out for myself.
Majma. Man, that is that was not what I was expecting to have to fix immediately at the start of stream. But I'm not surprised given that I tried to fix a typo in it earlier and clearly made it worse. But yes, hi Eternal, hi Lemonade, and hi Silver, hi Draconis. How are you all doing? Today we're going to be doing some art, working on some hair for Mac and Cheesy. You can see their avatar reference over in the corner there. Let me make sure that I've got this lined up too. There we go. That's better. Of course you crave violence, Eternal. When don't you? That just sounds like you. Oh, getting over a nasty cold. I hope you... a nasty cold. I hope you feel better soon. And I hope that command is fully fixed. Wait, the judge had his license revoked? Did it mess up again? Or did I fix it properly? Oh no, a judge Eternal innocent of biting. No wonder. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad it fixed. I don't know how it broke that badly from the one change I tried to make. But oh well. It worked. It fixed. We're happy with that. Yes, so this is how much we've done so far. It was funny. Where we've already got the face and some base textures done, and we've been working on the hair, or I've been working on the hair off stream. And we've so far got the bangs at the sides, and there is no back. And it was definitely a syntax error. It was essentially the close of the random list just broke. But I don't know why it broke. poor timing on that ad, Fox. But yeah, this fold is what we're gonna be trying to fix today. Because it should be long, fluffy hair. Like if I scoot this reference up, you can see she's got very long hair. Goes like all the way down to her waist. So we're gonna be doing that today. I'm gonna keep her down at the side there. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with just duplicating this. So now that we have 2 hair thingies. There we go, hair sides. We'll name this one to hair back. Yes, mac and cheesy is very pretty. And then we're gonna start with selecting these ones here. It's probably about to there, and then if we do a select invert, we can delete everything else. Delete faces. So now we have just the hair back itself. So if we select just this outer, oh, we apparently also had this bit. If we delete these faces too, that should help. Delete faces. There we go. So then now, if we select these, we can drag them back, and that should naturally create like a part in the hair. So that separates out the 2 different areas. But we might want those to overlap more, now that I've done that. So we'll probably pull that back a bit. Actually, even just grabbing the inner ones, maybe. This song is Respect the Art by Tommy Senpapi.
Eternal 2319 wants cat to shapeshift. Your arms aren't long enough.
You can't even see how long my arms are currently. Hang on. Let me see what I can do about my arms not being long enough. Let's see. That one. And then actually wait, that would be that one. Actually, I don't know what this is gonna do. We're gonna see what this does. Yeah, I don't like this. This is why you don't tell me to just shapeshift a limb. You want me to keep this? You want me to keep this broken mess going on here? What even is this? Yeah, it's on both arms now. All right, well it's not disruptive, so I guess I'll keep it, but I don't like it. Alright, so we're gonna grab these edges. Yeah, you do that a lot, Eternal. That is unfortunately not new. I think about there should work. And then if we grab these and those, and then do extrude on, yeah, that is the correct axis. And get that to come out more. And maybe that didn't line up. What is going on there? Why are you like that? One should be more towards the middle. There we go. That's better. I mean, I could use more clips. Though Silver has been helping a lot with that. Pull that out more, pull that in. How do I want to tweak this? Probably have this move up. Rude. Oh, shoot, how do I do this with the broken arms? Okay, it's off. That does not work with a broken arm. And that does sound like a ton of water. Yep, that's not how that goes. There we go. That to there. Of course you had to test. I mean, it's another clippable moment, so I can't complain too much. No, that shouldn't... What? Went from there to there. There we go. And then scale that down. Oh, right, but we have that. That's why that was messing up. Oh. Hey. Oh, if we have time after we finish the hair, which I don't know if we will or won't, but if we do, we can we can work on the yeet emote. That'll be a fun thing to do. There we go. Scale that down. Get that more in line with the head. Scale X down. Bring that in a bit. I mean, you guys could roll for Yeet. I don't know whether Yeet will watch his birth or not. We're actually going to hide the body for a bit, I think. There we go. Because this needs more tweaking. That needs to... Well, not that point there. So those need that edge. Ah, come on. Cooperate. Select all those. Get rid of that one. Select all the ones on that side and not that one. And now if we drag that forward. There we go. That's looking more accurate. 5 is not enough. And then probably another extruder. We do need the body back now so we can actually see where this needs to curve. What is the best way to do this? I think actually just removing these. Delete faces. Remove these ones. Delete faces. And then start joining in between these. It's like that should join to the matching one on the other side. And if we select that one, we can do a fill in up to there. Hey! You're lucky that I've already eaten all of my raspberries today. You cannot steal my raspberries, they're already in my tummy. 1, 2, 3. Oh, extra one, because I miscounted. I don't know what you're putting there, Silver. Alright, so that should link up to that other side there. Like that. And then these can be split there. Drag that back. And that makes that a quad there. All of my chocolate-covered raspberries are in my tummy too, so you can't gnaw on those either. I win. That definitely needs more curve there, but if we do that, it's gonna go down this side, which is not what we want. So I think we want to actually unfill this face, delete faces, and then add boop and boop, and then that puts all of those as a fill, and then do join between those two, get that across there, and then we can get rid of that edge if we so choose. And now we have nice topology.
Hey Kat, this is Blender. Go ahead and save before I crash again.
Thank you for reminding me to save. I've already eaten all my popcorn too. And I don't think Kat's gonna like you gnawing on them. Why do you guys want to gnaw on so much? Hi, duck. Hey, why stab me?
You can see what I'm saying if you remove the model and look at the shirt from the inside, Beebney.
Hang on, let me... Ah, I see. I see why it was in the brackets now. Alright, grab all three of these, pull that out to round it out more. That should get closer. Though it does look like that kind of has too much of a level off there, so I think this point and this point probably need to go in a little bit, along with this one. So it kind of has more of a round shape to it. It's not a bad start. And then... how do we link that up back here is the question. Okay, we're gonna hide the head again, or hide the body, and then hide the front, so we can see what we're working with here. I mean, indeed, Birch is still there. I don't think I'll be doing Beeben. I don't even know how to pronounce that one. Let's see.
Monsters who will not show themselves and who
so normally I do...
monsters who abduct children.
Actually, we don't even need...
monsters who devour dreams.
We don't even need these.
Monsters who always tell
Those should never show up.
They are much more cunning than other monsters.
So these
It
ones
is
can
pronounced
go here.
open bracket, Beebney, closed bracket.
Beebney? Did I say it right? Did Russell say it right? Alright. We'll get rid of these ones. We'll worry about the inner side later. Beebney in a monotone voice. I suppose that's fair. There we go. So now I've got that linked up again. Now if I select that, we should be able to extrude down.
Beebney, 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 Beebney.
I'm glad you're having fun with the bits. And hi Thaddeus, how are you? We're gonna hide that one, that's not needed. So let's figure out where we need to get this lengthwise too, and then work from there. You're tempted to purchase bits? I suppose that means I've done a pretty good job with making bits fun to use then. Let's see. So mac and cheesy, I think was it just past her waist, or double checking reference now? Yeah, like about there, maybe a little bit longer. And then if we do scale, we can kind of get some of the outer shape a bit more. Do I need to be ready to skip it? I guess you can test. I don't know. I'm scared.
Keidak 1 Headpat Keidak 1 Yeet Spider Keidak 1 Catpod Keidak 1 Fred Keidak 1 Frank.
Yeah, that's how they go. Oh, and it has been long enough that I can change out of the shapeshift. Now I have normal hands again. It does in fact work. I think that's roughly the correct shape. Now we just have to make it feel more like hair.
I have bits now.
Eternal. And congrats on the bits, Lemonade. But essentially how I'm gonna do this one is that the front bangs have, well, actually probably gonna have like three bones for bangs, one for side, one for each side, one for middle. And then these two pieces of hair have their own physics. And then there's probably going to be 3 for the back hair, and it's going to be roughly weighted between the 3. And Silver, you didn't start it. Let's be honest. You may have influenced it a bit, but that's definitely not starting it. Yes, you did encourage it. Right. Lemonade, the text-to-speech happens at 5 bits, I think it is. So that one doesn't read. Yeah, 5 or more. Let's see, how do I want to make this work more? Because that does look like roughly the right shape. What is that one? Silver, why 200?
Like this, when I send 200 it works.
Like, you don't need to send 200 for it to work. You could send 5. Like, I appreciate the support, but man, that's a lot. You unlock more emotes? Okay. That's a more reasonable reason in my eyes.
Beans.
Just move her to see a little bit. And then lift up. There we go. So now we're getting to what is happening with that shading? Oh, hang on. I didn't change the normals, did I? Mesh, normals, reset vectors. There we go. So now that's looking more like the correct thing. I mean, unfair, I guess. I would not encourage sending 1K all at once. Now then, we have to actually split this out into hair and make it look more like actual hair. Since we currently still just have, I don't even know what to call this. Random bobs of stuff. Take care of yourself, pay for groceries. Well, you can't pay for groceries with bits, but you can, I don't know. You're the one who bought the bits in the first place. Clearly you had something in mind with them. It would be funny to see frickin' like Domino's take bits. Probably about there is where I'll start doing the thing. So now if I rip that there, we can start getting some of the interesting stuff going on. Don't throw cats at me. It's not a good idea.
Alarm.
Where did the rest of that one go? Hang on, what happens if I try and redo that one?
Alarm.
Nope, it just does that. All right. Even I don't know why Russell will say some things and not others. Tanny really likes the ooh 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 one.
A.
Hang on, why? You guys are overloading.
Open bracket, Beebney, closed bracket, ooh.
Yes, that ooh 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 one. Russell does it better than I do. And then we need that one on this side. Oops. Not that one. Alright, so I think we've got that separated out into, like, hair clumps now. Now we just need to make it feel more like hair. Have I tried doing it? What? Just saying ooh, 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 ooh?
Springs are tasty.
Don't eat springs. Springs are not food. Hi, Net. Sleep well, Draconis. Let's grab those two, fill. And we should be able to make this go, like, all the way up. By practicing jumping. It's a skill that you level up.
Keidakat 1 headpad Arnie, Keidakat 1 hydrate, Keidakat 1 minimalist cat pod, also uppies please.
Alright, uppies. There's a silver. There you go, uppies. Are you gonna roll for Uppies Eternal? 3 is not high enough.
Cardboard equals yummy.
Don't eat cardboard. There we go. Got most of those. It is a very tanny thing to say.
I'm paying for uppies this once.
Alright. Let me give you uppies. There you go, you can have uppies next to silver. I have not seen Tanny in the chat.
Mother, all of chat has the same voice. How do you tell us apart?
Usually by what you say. Though it would be funny to see if I could do text-to-speech based on who sent it. I might have to look into that at some point. Because that would be really funny. Yes, you can roll for uppies again. I could see it for a stream or for, like, specific people. If they're people I regularly collab with, they could have a unique voice on stream. That kind of thing. 16 is high enough. I will give you uppies for 16. Nope, that's Johnny. There we go. Eternal. So extrude along y-axis. Oops, not have that drag. Actually, probably doing it based on... Yeah, Mac and Cheesy is a cool username. More uppies if you roll a 60 or higher. What does more uppies seem like? I don't know what more uppies would be specifically. Off-screen uppies. I mean, I could just yeet you off-screen. I mean, you can roll a d20 for uppies again. How do I want to tweak this? Because it's doing silliness. Make these join, then that loops. But then we have that problem. 12.
I had to build a bed frame for myself and got a new mattress, but I can't use the bed yet because the mattress needs to expand for 48 to 72 hours.
That kind of sucks. See if we can do better. So link those, and then link those, and then that. Rude. Hi, 8-bit. I'm struggling with box. There we go. There we go. That. And then... Why are you like that? I guess that's fine.
The bed looks awesome, but I'm still stuck on an air mattress in the living room.
At least you'll have a new bed soon.
Thank you for the continued uppies.
Of course. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that topology. It's confusing. That topology was technically better. Those need to go down. That one probably needs to just come out. Okay. I have not looked into, like, if I could tweak the pin or anything. So I don't know what options they have for that. The problem I'm having right now is that that goes that way, which that shouldn't link like that. Well, I do have another way I could probably do that. If I do... select these, select these, and do an extrude. Yeah, because that gets another loop around there, and then it's still technically the same problem, but not as bad. Or at least it does what I need it to, has more dimension. Alright, and then we'll do... select this edge here, fill all the way up. And then this side over here. Oops, wrong one. This one. Good idea, Lemonade. Don't blast all your bits at once. That sounded weird. That... Don't spend all your bits in one place. What has happened here? Oh, it's clipping through itself, isn't it?
Head pats equals neuron activation.
I like head pats. Let's see. How do we want to do this then? I am confused by this one. Hang on. So it should be that one. That one comes out. There we go. Oh, of course you did it, Turtle. So we select all of these and then do a scale inwards. Scale Shift Z. We should be able to pull that in and pull that forward. There we go. So that should make it a bit more three-dimensional. Now we have to make it feel less less symmetrical or less exact all the time. How do we want to add some difference to this? I think first let's turn back on the outfit and the body. And we can turn on the other hair as well. So we can see where we're at. It's not too bad. We are definitely missing the hair underneath is one thing. The other thing I might do is join these so that it's a little bit lower. Center. think that works. And then the other thing I want to do is grab those, turn that on, but turn it off connected. And then now if we do larger, we can have that come away from the shoulders a little bit more. And that will help us with weight painting and stuff later, because we'll have less clipping to deal with. And we can even pop out that side too, make it feel a little bit more curvy or curly and stuff. So that should help with that. And the giraffe is a funny bit. Let's see, how else do we want to do this? I think maybe change this to be connected only. Wait, what? How is... I'm confused. Oh, that's clipping through itself like that. Okay, never mind. We can add more variation to this. Or do we want that to be like one side kind of curves more? Like that. I think that works. If we add a couple more loop cuts and stuff, we'll probably have greater control. Well, we'll definitely have greater control. It's a matter of balancing out what we're doing versus what we have. And I think that works. Okay, so good. Lemonade is bullying. I mean, Lemonade's just biting. That sounds like a normal Lemonade thing to do. Yeah, biting is fairly common here. I don't know why you're surprised by that. Let's go Shift Z. Should get that to pop out more. Problem is that doesn't work quite like that. Scale Y. Almost. There we go. That's looking more like it, I think. Hi, Jaden. How you? Might want to throw even more of a thing on this. Curls are tricky. What if, instead of that, we're gonna undo some of the stuff we've done.
You are my fire, the one desire, believe when I say I want it that way.
I handle. There we go, hydrated. Eternal, we've done the unbaked bit before. But I still don't know how you unbake a pumpkin pie. No, Lemonade. Are you waiting for something? Sometimes time makes it feel like it goes slower when that's happening. Yeah, that would be why. It's because you're hungry. Almost there. There are many silly things that you could drop into TTS. Maybe that one. Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, we have a Fred and a Frank. You accidentally left it in the OVOFF? I am confused. Do that and then rotate around the Z-axis. Then we can start swirling it. But we do not have enough geometry to actually do that, it looks like. Yeah, roll 75. Roll 175 is not the correct thing. Unbakes will oven bakes. That's not how words work either.
I request the spider.
You requested the spider? Have we had a roll for Yeet? I could do that one. 11. Yeet sleepy today. So 11 is not high enough. Let's see. There we go. That's starting to look a little bit better. Just a matter of how the frick to do it properly. Let's see. Shrink that down. Probably do like that there. Then can do set that way. Get some more curve on it. Then we start getting these ones. And that starts curving it more there. maybe that's curved back this way now? I feel like I'm getting somewhere. Not necessarily in the right place, but somewhere. Actually, that is looking pretty good. I mean, I suppose it would be a good thing if you're not able to threaten a 1K donation. Seems like a lot to donate at once. It is funny, but it's a lot. Mesh.
Open bracket, bibney, closed bracket.
That looks a little bit better. And then do a bit more clever with the UVs and stuff. So clear seam, edges, clear sharp. Because I think we want that one to be sharp edge along with this one, which would make that one the actual UV. Edge mark seam, edge mark sharp. There we go. That's looking a little bit better. And then that would put that one and that one. Mark sharp, mark seam. Did I mark sharp on that one? I forget. There we go. I did not. See, that's starting to look more like it. Hi, Ruka. So with Twitch, streamers do get the full bit amount because Twitch takes the cut when you buy the bits. So we don't get everything that you paid for the bits, but we do get all of the bits. Yes, happy Lunar New Year to you too. Edge mark sharp, edge mark seam there. And we'll go through and do all the other ones too. Mark seam, mark sharp. No, that was mark seam twice. Mark sharp. There we go. Go through and do all of these at once if we can. Mark sharp, mark seam. There we go, we're getting somewhere. And then we have this one, which is actually a little bit trickier than I thought. Okay, we did that one and that one being the ones. Mark seam, mark sharp. Eh? Did it not? That one. Edge, mark seam, edge, mark sharp. There we go.
Mom, please rate my loaf 1 to 10.
Hang on. Are you loafing? You look like you're dancing. And wait, what do you mean you think my... A turtle? That's not my light being out. You just turned it out. And the loaf is adorable. Yes, it is very cute loaf until you get flung. Actually, no, you still loafed in the air until you started falling. That might be a little bit much. Now that goes out, and then this one can go in. There. And then this bit goes forward. That definitely needs a bit of a curve to it, doesn't it? We could also have that transition that way a little bit, and then pull that out and forward a bit. Ah. Ah. Sneeze. Yeah, I don't recommend biting light bulbs. Thank you, Eternal. Or Silver. Literally doing the mom thing of calling the child by sibling's name. I had very sneezy. Vector, mesh, normals, reset vectors, and mesh, shade, no, face, shade smooth. There we go. Now we get some of that back. How do we want to get this to rotate well? Four is not enough to summon the yeet. Is anyone gonna assist? That was eliminated with an 18. Yeah, that's enough for a yeet. There we go. You're gonna offer uppies and let Yeet sleep. Well, the Yeet's already here. You guys woke Yeet up. But 13, that's enough for some low uppies. You can get low uppies with that. There you go. And then I think twist that maybe to like there, and then if we pull that back this way, that looks pretty good. Can even have this bit come in more. That's looking pretty curly. I love that everyone loves Yeet. I was a bit worried that like some people might not like Yeet because of arachnophobia, but I think we landed at a good place. What does Yeet think about when he's off stream? Being thrown around usually, I think. Why is that fighting? I don't like that. that's a little bit better there. Pull that out. But this tip feels like it needs something more. Maybe pull this bit in specifically. Get it to like smooth out a bit. Should be that one. There we go. I think that's better. Yeah, that has a nicer curve to it. When stream is over, you have an issue? Do send me a message or something to help remind me. No, don't teach Yeet how to commit arson. Yeet should not learn how to commit arson. Okay, that's good, Tanny. Yeah, I definitely like the right better than the left. So we're going in a good direction. It's just a matter of making everything fit. Though we do need to add probably like another piece here. How do we want to do that? What if we just pull this bit back? Maybe not like that though. Just like that. That does help it a little bit, I think. So this inner side of this seems like it gets confused.
Okay, be a bad boy and watch me find it out
This
for
bit.
myself.
Maybe we do go across that knee and then pull that forward. And then maybe these ones come back a bit. Weirdly enough, I feel like this one's too high energy at the moment. There we go. Guess that works. Now we just need to split these ones into two, I think. I could try literally splitting it in two.
What is the normal diet for a yeet?
The normal diet for a yeet is whatever tries to eat my raspberries. Because yeet is the protector of raspberries.
So lemonade and eternal.
Yeah, basically. I wonder if there's another point I want to have this pop off. Actually, yeah, maybe up here, because we don't have much going on up this side yet. So if we do... like from there, do an extrude that way. And then we have extrude down. Should be able to get something that kind of goes in line with that. Now it's a matter of trying to line up so that it matches the number of thingies. Do yeet eat lizards and drinks lemonade? Basically. Also, yeet is known to eat some birds if they attack my raspberry bushes. So that's the other one. Birds and other pests. Smooth vertices. Let me set up a bit. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. And then can curve that around this one. We do probably want that to go wider. Scale X like that. We could even do a scale X on this one. And then maybe this point is the one that goes at. Out a little bit more, and I think this one goes over that way too. Which this whole thing seems like it needs to shift at this point. There we go, about there. So now I've got extra thingy. Yeah, let's not do an emote of yeet eating a bird. That's gonna be hard to tell what's going on. So then now to try and make this fit the curly a bit more. Oh, and we have a friend. No Frank though. Frank too busy. Is pizza nice? I had pizza too. Pizza is yummy. Where do I want this to pop out at? Think maybe curve here. I feel like I should probably curve the other direction. It's like there, and then maybe that one is curved less.
Tenny, do not the cardboard.
No, Tanny, no eating cardboard. And Eternal, no eating cardboard either.
Cardboard knob.
No. Lemonade don't eat cardboard either. Why does everyone want to eat cardboard? It's not a food. You make your mother worried. Because
Do I worry you, mother? Let's ignore my spending habits.
little bit, Silver. But Draconis, I am most of Itami's thumbnails because I've helped him get all of the footage for, like, the visualizers and stuff. That, and I'm one of the biggest promoters of his music at this point. Let's add a couple more loops to this one. Do that, and then pull that out. I mean, you said spending habits aside, but we kinda can't.
What's wrong with spending 100 bits?
I mean, I don't know what you really get out of it other than having fun, which I guess is good. I don't know. I am just concerned about everyone. It's fairly safe to say that I'm concerned about myself too, but that's more generalized anxiety. Don't eat metal pot either.
Yay, bits.
Tanny! No! Why do you have more bits? I thought you spent them all.
It's okay, we love you.
I mean, I'm glad you love me, but there's problems here. There we go. Just got that bit there. Is that good? Are we happy with that?
Oh, gonna 1k.
No, Silver, don't 1k. Especially not if you're saying it like that. Select edges. Sure. That one and that one. This will link up there. And then go down. I don't know. I do not know either.
I must do what I haven't done in days. The very important act that I do. That is.
Silly Tanny. Alright, got those, and then edge, mark sharp, edge, mark seam, cover that corner. Get those two. Seam, mark sharp. Oh wait, that's on edge. There we go. That one probably link these two. Mark sharp, mark seam. We're definitely getting somewhere. Because this is way better than this.
Hey cat, this is Blender. Go ahead and save before I crash again.
Thank you for reminding me to save. That needs to scoot over. It's a lot of hydrates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Silver, the answer is with difficulty. Because it is just curly hair. I think this needs to be more popped out though. There we go, that gets a bit more definition there. And then can even get this one a bit more. Maybe this side comes out too. We've got a little bit of issue over here. It's not bad though. I think maybe get that one to come over. That needs to be wider. There we go. Yeah, no, don't eat the curling iron. And Silver, I don't know how to do this without Blender. And I don't recommend sticking your hair in a blender. Before anyone suggests that option. How do you get hair? You grow it. I know whenever my hair air dries, it tends to go curly. So that is pretty common. That yeet? This guy's yeet. But I'm glad to hear that even arachnophobes are not upset with yeet. Because yeet is good boy. Yeet protects the raspberries. Now we need to figure out how to do this one, is the problem. Just keep the healthy distance from you. I mean, fair. I mean, to my knowledge, phobias are like fears, and they're really, really strong ones where you have like like an immediate reaction to the stimulus type thing that you can't control, even if you know that it's like a harmless thing. Yeet has fur. Yeet is shapeshifter. Yeet has whatever the heck Yeet wants, I guess. Yeet just wants to be spider.
Something I'm scared of, I suppose. Monsters. There are many types of
I
monsters
think
in
we'll
this world.
add another
Monsters who will
there.
not show themselves and who cause trouble.
And then
Monsters
if
who
we do
abduct children. Monsters who devour dreams. Monsters who suck blood. And monsters who always tell
rotate,
lies.
we can get that more of a
Monsters are
curve.
real nuisance. They are much more cunning than other monsters.
Yours is no longer a full phobia. You've been training to control your actions, but you cannot stand that. Cannot stand being within 3 feet of anything with 8 legs. Even when the legs are just round, like like plushy tubes. Yeah, I could not think of a better word for what they are. Plushy tubes was what came to mind. Yes, they are tube. Gross will stomp. Fair enough, I guess. Each understands that some people are scared. Across. Should smooth that out a little bit more. And then can do rotate. Probably that way, actually. Maybe, let's see. No, I think that's probably good as is. But maybe pull it out a bit more. Yeah, and then this one. Right there. Oh, that definitely needs more of a curve though. I do think that way's the way to go. Can I look at photos of spiders? Oh, that moved. But having an actual spider scares you. That's fair. That's a very common one. I'm surprised that VR is one that you're fine in with fear of heights. Because even without a fear of heights myself, there are some heights in VR that will get me. Tania and I have had an interesting encounter where we decided to jump off a skyscraper. That one, especially when you have to make yourself physically step off it, that unsettles the heck out of me. That is a funny one, Silver. I get scared in proximity to giant things. Oh, those are some interesting ones. Danny, did you get spooked remembering the jumping off the skyscraper? It was very spooky. Oh yeah, the grappling hooks are fun in VR. Ooh, that would be a spooky one, Silver. We're just gonna delete that message. So I'm gonna say no. Sorry, Silver. It still makes me laugh that I get yelled at by my mods for modding my own thing. That is an interesting scientific question, whether belly buttons have ecosystems. I believe the answer is yes, because even your stomach has an ecosystem in it. How do we want to shift this one? I think I learned that back when I got really into biology as a kid. And I know I've told Silver before that back when I was in like middle school, I read a college-level biology textbook because I was bored. Actually, I can't even say it was because I was bored. I just got interested in it, so I just picked up a college-level textbook that one of the neighborhood people had. Yes. The undiagnosed, but probably there autism that I have. It's likely, but it's not confirmed. Something else feels off about the hair, but I'm not sure what. Maybe it's just this side in general. I've just kind of been fiddling with this bit because I don't know how to handle the middle. I mean, you can braid most hairs if it's long enough. $300 hours is quite a long time for learning the actual fighter jet stuff. Huh. How, like, I thought most things had basically, like, very similar bone structures. Where, like, some bones in animals were fused and other ones were different. Like, if you look at the wings of a bat, their wings look very much like hand bones. So, and I know, like, horses are basically always on tiptoe if you match what the bones match up like. So I wonder how foxes are different. Yeah, modified fingers. Alright, so not being done is causing OSD. That's fair. You know what, why don't I just hide this center bit first? So we hide the center bit. And then select this bit. Oh, it's still connected somehow. I think it's hide the sides, hide that piece. There we go. Now that should be separate. So now if we delete that bit, delete vertices, Alt H, and then throw a mirror on this. Mirror, and mirror it over the body. That does have that little bit of issue, but we can fix that. Whales also have full-blown hips and hands. Yes, whales are a really interesting example because they used to have legs. I believe whales are the ones that like were in the water, went to land, and then decided, nah, we like water better, and just went back. Casey, I recommend not going that route. You will be banned if you continued, or at least timed out. Alright, so we got that in place. No need to fill these again. Add back that. Yeah, they have tiny... Oh wait, snakes used to have legs. Yeah, there are also, blue-tongued skinks are a type of lizard that is, like, evolving to not have legs anymore. Like, their legs keep getting shorter and stubbier. And they're super cute. Yeah, now we have matching hair, which is good. Alright, Casey, you've been warned. I'm just gonna ban. Yeah, blue-tongued skinks are one of the best reptiles. They are the cuddliest of reptiles. They just like you being warm and want cuddles. I don't know, people are silly. I will humor silly biological questions, but not that crass. Let's see, how do we want to fix this bit, though? Probably from there. You're gonna send me a video of a blue-tongued skink interaction? I mean, go for it. I have had interactions with blue-tongued skinks before, and they are adorable. There was one in an animal science class that I was in that just really wanted cuddles. It liked me, and it was super adorable. Yeah, Casey's already been banned at this point. I warned that it would be ban or timeout, and it was going to be depending on what they responded next, and they went there, so just ban. Not worth it. Alright, so we got that bit. I'm probably going to want one more hair in the middle here, so that I can get this to have a nice curve to it. I think that's going to be my plan. If provided with either a mechanical or biological means, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck? I don't know, I'm not a woodchuck. I cannot speak for all woodchucks because I am not one. We'll hide those while we sort out this inner bit here. They could have been a bot, but it's not overly uncommon, unfortunately, to see people who just have fun trying to rile others up. And in that case, the best case is to either just not engage with it, which is what I was trying to do at the start, or just ban them. Eternal has defeated you. How did Eternal defeat you? No wood, because woodchucks don't have chucking wood insects. That's fair. That kind of makes sense. Yeah. I do admit I probably should have banned faster on that one. It's one of those, I try and give warning first, though. But it was definitely, should have just banned. Here. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Alt-H to unhide. True. I do like including people when possible. Yeah, I agree. That last message was way too much. Yep. You can never know which direction they'll fully go until they do. And it's just unfortunate when you see them go the wrong way. Oops, that one is not quite right. What has happened here? How did those not link? So that up to there should be correct. Yes, good boy, Yeet. fill that bit. Though I am kind of surprised at how quickly we're getting stuff done on this avatar, because I was expecting this hair to take quite a bit longer than it is. So something is going on with this top bit here. Where is it? Oh, it's because it connected to that bit, I think. No, that is correct. And yeah, that's the plan. If we finish, we'll work on Yeet emote. That's why it is good for me to focus a little bit. It is just gonna be a tricky bit of making sure that this gets done to the level it should. But we're already almost there, I think. It's just gonna be rigging and UV that's gonna be stuff. And I'm gonna add more layers. I plan on adding like one more like hair strand to the middle here so that I can twirl it a little bit better, and then doing a underlayer. But other than that, it should be fairly accurate. Maybe we need to do like a little bit of a more pop out here. It's basically just going to be some final reshaping and stuff. Oh, you've done the recalculation again? 213 to 183, so 30 less bones. So do paws have that many fewer bones? Or is there like fused bones? Though I know the number of bones a human body has changes as they age too. Though it's primarily like between when they're a baby and when they're a full adult. Because I think there are like several bones in the head that fuse together. I'm not 100% sure though. Carpal bones? I don't know what carpal bones are. I might have to look that up later. Yay! My random knowledge is accurate, probably. Carpals are in the middle of the hands and feet? Yeah, that makes sense. Drag this down there, pull that out so we can actually see better where it is. Might have to pull that out quite a bit more just to get that lined up better. One front paw had 12 bones, a man is 27. That is a big difference. What about an elephant foot? Because I know elephants also are basically always on their tiptoes because they have a massive amount of, not cartilage, but like they have padding on their foot. That makes it so that they don't really stand on anything other than tiptoes, I think. I could be wrong though. That was just random knowledge I pulled from somewhere. Yeah, blocks of fat, that's it. But now I'm also curious, if everyone in chat was an animal, what animal would you be? And I'm sure there's some obvious ones, like Lemonade Fox would probably be a fox. Draconis, I'm gonna say you can't say dragon. You have to pick something else. Has to be a real animal. Yeah, Handy, I know you're a Tanuki. Ooh, bird? That sounds like a fun one. Eternal, if I had to guess... definitely something kind of chaotic. Maybe... I almost want to say fox, but not quite. Oh, one of like a dingo. One of the wild Australian dogs, maybe. Well, but they're more pack-oriented, aren't they? I feel like wolf isn't chaotic enough as the thing. Maybe a raccoon? I could see Eternal being a raccoon. Or a possum. American possum. Well, no, but they don't play dead. No, snakes are less chaotic. Yeah, possums do like to bite. That's why I was thinking maybe possum. How do you know, Silver? How do you know that possums like to bite? Start getting some rotation in here. Yes, we all love the random giraffe. You've been bit by pretty much every smallish animal. Then I'm curious, which animal bites the hardest? And people are pretty chaotic. Raccoon? So maybe Eternal is raccoon then. Though I suppose the question then is Eternal as clean as a raccoon? Because they are pretty clean. Mark seam there. And then probably grab those edges. And those. Oh, no, not that. Just those things. Edge. Mark sharp, mark seam. Here we go. You are slightly germophobic, so maybe. And Eternal can be smart when they choose to be. You can confirm raccoons are not very strong biters? What do you think are stronger biters then, Tanny? And it could just be that that raccoons have sharp teeth. They're not particularly strong biters. They're just sharp. I don't remember you working with animals, but I would not I feel like I have a poor enough memory that I could understand forgetting that. I am just forgetful. Very sharp teeth, so he wasn't thinking interesting bite force, or thinking he decided to throw this thing. That's fair. Yeah, I imagine saltwater crocodiles would have a pretty strong bite force. That does make sense. Though I don't think Eternal Eternal gives crocodile vibes either. We need to skip this one over. That way. Pull that out like that. There we go, we're getting somewhere. So then that side and that side. Edge. Mark sharp. Mark seam. And then that needs to go to that one and down to that point. Edge, mark sharp, edge, mark seam. That should get closer. True, yeah. Eternal is orange cat energy. They occasionally have the brain cell, but more often than not don't. Those need to go up. There we go. That's feeling better. Hey Gold, you're not that late. You're like 2 hours late, but you've made it to the stream. You've not missed it all. And you don't like the idea of you being an orange cat? Why not? I'm half orange cat. What's so wrong about orange cat? There we go, hydrated.
Neuron activation.
Yeah, I like the head pats. It just doesn't feel right. That's fair, that's fair. So was it Raccoon then? Was Raccoon the one that felt right? Raccoon or possum? I feel like you're less likely to play dead is the thing. So I think raccoon is more accurate. Alright, so now we just need to twist that back bit, and we should about have it. Maybe pull things out a little bit more. I mean, that does make sense. Raccoons biting a lot does fit with Eternal biting a lot. Oh, that is a good question. Gold, what animal would you be if you were an animal? And it has to be a real animal. Yeah, of course raccoons don't play dead. That's everything that Eternal is a raccoon. Yes, I wonder what kind of animal I would be. Yes, me, the VTuber named Keidakat. No, I wouldn't be a dog. Cooperate with me here. Get set that way. Should be to about there. I think curves it enough. Maybe up here we have a little bit of a curve in the opposite direction. See if it's a dog. What type of dog would I be though? Because I don't think I'd be a dog. corgi. Okay, corgis are cute. I will give them that. Corgis are pretty cute. But aren't corgis also... Are they hunting dogs? I feel like they were a type of like, oh no, they're a working dog. They're the like they herd ducks. They're duck herders, if I recall. I could be wrong though. I thought they were duck herders. Because I was pretty sure there was some kind of working dog. Sheepas are hunting dogs. I suppose if I was a working dog, a herding type of dog is probably about accurate. Definitely more than like a hunting dog, because I don't really like hunting all that much. I'm not a hunting cat either. Though, that said, I do like watching fish. And I feel like I would probably try and sneak up on a rat. So maybe I kind of am? I don't think you guys are fish. Tanny has seen how I react to fish. It is not the same way I react to you guys. I suppose we don't know for sure. It depends on whether you guys consider yourselves fish. But you are critters. And I don't think critters is fully fish. Yeah, I just spaced out looking at fish. I feel like this might need another layer. But I'm not sure. Because like this looks a little bit too... Like, it doesn't cover enough. I could also just try dragging out some of these. Make them wider. Yeah, it's too thin. I agree. So if I grab those, scale X now. I feel like I can kind of get it. Yeah, Frank's too busy, unfortunately. You'll have to try again later. Oh, there you go. I think even just pulling this out more does help quite a bit. So maybe this is about all we need to do. It's just a matter of making sure that we're pulling it correctly. But I think that's getting better. Yeet. And Yeet might eat a crab, but Yeet defends the raspberries first and foremost. So it depends on if the crab is threatening the raspberries. I feel like this bit needs to come wider now. I must think it needs to twist more too to do that. Yeet eats hands that don't eat him? Maybe, maybe. Yeet does in fact like being yeeted. poofed bit. I feel like then if we slim this down a bit, maybe that'll work. So we're getting somewhere. Actually, if we just grab that bit and then do scale X, is that gonna... Yeah, that works. And then maybe this one, scale X. Though it looks like this bit needs to be dragged forwards. There we go. Is that about where we want it? I feel like these two are kind of fighting each other here though, so maybe this needs to scoot back a bit. Like that. I should put plushie on my head too. Though I suppose I already have feet plushie. And I do get thrown around sometimes. How do I get this one to feel better now? And click that. There we go, that has definitely helped. I think this also needs to come out more. There we go, that feels a lot better.
Which plushie do I wear?
I think last time we had you doing Starlight, right? So, do you have Sunset? Yeah, do Sunset then. It is kind of funny when I remember someone else's plushies. Sunset Shimmer from My Little Pony. They have a plushie. Normals, reset vectors should help that. There we go, that does help. There is a little bit of fighting there, it feels like. Or it's just not curving where it should. No, maybe it is fine. Oh, this could move though. Maybe that's it. That does sound like a silly one, Silver. Why are you angry, Lemonade? Maybe pull across multiple of these. There we go. Now we can start getting that curve better. Thank you for reminding me. And then maybe pull that back a little bit. And that is a lot of pizza, Lemonade. Oh, I got boxed. Oh, almost. Nope, Box. Box, what are you doing? I could not control the box. Maybe we grab these ones. Scale X down a bit. Not sure on that one. Or what if we grab that and... Oh, we don't have mirror capabilities. we do that, and then mesh snapped sentry. Nope, don't like that. Okay. We're just gonna have to do them individually then. This is just not gonna be symmetrical, which is fine. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. We do kind of want that to pop out though, don't we? I used to eat a lot more pizza than I do now. I don't know why I changed or why I was able to eat so much pizza when I was a kid. Because I think I did eat like an entire extra large pizza on my own. I definitely surprised the babysitter with that one. Yeah, I think that looks better, having it pull in a bit more. You're eepy? Go eep then. You hate eep? Why do you hate eep? Eep is nice. The box budget has for 7 or 8 boxes. Man, I misread that entirely. Entirely different number. What do we think about the hair so far? Is there anything that feels off? You like? Ah, that's fair. Lemonade. And it would be cool if more people's hair could do stuff like this. I'm gonna add a little bit more variance, I think. Feels thin? Yeah, I was thinking that a little bit. I think it also feels a little bit too symmetrical is what I'm currently trying to fix. I think that's helped a little bit. The other thing I can try... Oh, we've got super eepy music now. That might be a little bit too eepy. That's too... There we go. That one's middle ground. So if I grab, like, roughly at about the same point on all of these. There we go. And then Alt S. I can make it poof a little bit more. Like that. And then maybe there and there we do the Alt S again. Like that. I think that helps it. That makes it feel more poofy, I think. Up into the hair. Alright, only for a moment though. I'll have to remove you after though. There you go. How does the hair feel? Does anyone else want to give the hair a vibe check?
This is some quality hair.
Nice, nice. Yes, and anyone else want to give the hair a vibe check? Why is what censored? What got censored? Oh, wait. What? Alright, nope, that's idea void. You swapped your thingies. You confused me. Alright, here, you can check the hair too. I don't know what the first word you're trying to say is, Eternal. If it thinks it's a link, it's gonna censor it, or it could be a like banned word that is part of the full word and it's only banning that part. Okay, so Duck says it's soft. Ah, yeah, that would think it would be a link if you forgot the spaces on that one. Have you satisfied your check of the hair, Eternal? Feels like bees. No. Tis not bees. But I think we are at the point that we need to start doing the actual weight painting on it. So that's gonna be interesting. So we'll turn on the armature and start planning out our rig. So we'll start from the top and do an extrude for the bangs. That actually needs to go to there, I think. And then we do the extrude. So that can be bangs. Sunset is side heavy.
I sure do feel like crashing soon. Be
Oh,
a shame
thank you
if
for reminding me to
saved
save.
your progress or something.
And then we can do extrude that way. That way's actually where that hair starts, though it's more down here is where that needs to start triggering. The challenge is going to be getting that mirrored now. Actually, can I shift D the bone and then armature, mirror, global X? Close enough. We can then just shift that way. And now that's the root of that one. So now if we select both of these, there we go. That way, extrude, down there. Yeah, that covers both of those. We're gonna have to rename those. You annoyed Fred until he showed up. Yeah, that happens. Do we want to do extra one for that, or do I just want that tied to that? There shouldn't be much on that one. Yes, Silver got the Fred and Frank shirt, the lobster love shirt. I love the shirt. It's so soft. It is quite funny that lobster love outfit has actually turned into the default one that I put people's avatars in while I'm working on them. Because why not turn like a time where I just don't have their outfit made into self-promotion for my merch? I'm glad you like them too, Lemonade. So this one's Indeed because it's actually just not got the correct textures. If you look, it's actually the, it's listed as the lobster love one. So if I turn on construction, it has the full construction setup. Which, that tells you how poofy my hair is. Because the hard hat doesn't quite fit them.
It's not Indeed.
So,
It's Beebney.
I think it's still the Indeed one. It's the Indeed shirt. I've also remembered, let me just take a picture of this so that I can send to person commissioning me. Make sure that stuff is good while I'm remembering. Oops, that's not the right one.
Open bracket, BEEBNI, closed bracket.
Alright. I mean, it is on my head. I'm also just shapeshifter. And you do have a lot of power, Silver. Back to working on armature. I'm still not sure whether I want to do... I think I'll keep that to just be weighted to the head. And just that bit goes. I might do... I'm debating if I want to do extra on the little tufts that stick out there, or if those should be weighted to this. We'll leave them as that for now. I can always add another one later. So we can do extrude to the middle section, extrude to that side, and extrude to that side. That probably actually needs to lower to like that point being the start. Oh, I completely forgot about the underneath the hair. It's kind of bald down there. So we definitely need to fix that. But that's not going to be weighted this. Not nearly the same way anyways. Danny, why are you cheering? Why are you cheering one? Yeah, that makes sense. I am just forgetful. Alright, we will hide the hair armature for now. And then, what is going to be the easiest way to do this? Probably select that bit, hide that. Hide there. Yeah, because that is the lower one. So then if we select all of the inner ones here, that should let us just move in. These ones I'm going to merge at center, I think. Those can join, because those are already getting confusing. So then if we do extrude, scale
Moom.
down. Having fun there, Danny? Pull that down. I'm getting somewhere. It does have like this weird thing where it's not letting us select everything at once. Yeah, I will save. Also, hi, Tanny. 1, 2. You might have gotten an extra one there. Alright, vertex, smooth vertices. There we go. that starts making more sense there. Then we can move that down.
Oh great wishing well, take this quarter and grant me a wish of puppies please.
What? Why do you think this is a wishing well? So what is up with that one there? Delete that vertice. Yeah. Okay, that was just extra vertice, so I assume that was one of the things causing the problems. And then is the sides okay? Let me hide the hair sides. Bring that down. Okay, yeah, so the sides are in a little bit too much. They're kind of in the head at this point. Yeah, smooth vertices are very helpful.
Don't make me donate more for uppies, you know I'll do it.
Hang on, did I miss a roll for uppies? Is that why there are complaints? I might have been a bit distracted. I missed a donate for uppies? Oh, I thought you were asking for puppies. Okay, that's... I am just dumb. You get all the uppies then, Silver here. You get all the way up. 6 for uppies. Let me just... Here, you could have tiny amount of uppies. You can go like just underneath the thing. Alright, and then we want another extrude, I think. And then go down more. Just that. Is it still clipping through? It looks like it's still clipping through. Having fun there, Tanny? Oh, wait, was that not Tanny? No, it was Tanny. Okay, I was correct. Is 14 enough for uppies? Hang on, did you roll a
I found
14?
how to make it way more
Yes.
funny.
Have you? Hang on, where's the gold? Ooh, where is the gold? It's me. Shoot, you're all walking around. Where's the gold?
Uppies?
Yes, Danny, you could have uppies. I assume you want uppies on me. Yellowtail. This one. Alright. 14, you can go out in that corner.
BBB.
Alright, let's do vertex smooth again. There we go. And what was the better? Did I miss it? Oh, mixing the eyes in. Okay, I got it. Is that good? Almost there, almost there. Got like this bit needs to come forward, I feel like.
Please catch me, I'm falling.
It'll build character. Why is there a fill there? There should not be a fill line there. Delete that edge.
That's my line.
What, that it'll build character? I'm pretty sure more than just you have said that line.
I'm scared of, I suppose, monsters. There are many types of monsters in this world. Monsters who will not show themselves and who cause trouble. Monsters who abduct children. Monsters who...
Yeah, we've established I am E-mum. I am that for many.
Always tell lies. Lying monsters are a real nuisance. They are much more cunning than other monsters.
Let's name the horse TTS.
Name the horse TTS? Oh, the horse in Hightail. I mean, the TTS
mother
is
is a
named
car.
Russell, though. I am not a car. There, I lifted the box. Now it's just Yeets who boxed. Oh, Yeet came out of the box. Shrink that down more. Pull that back. Let's see, is that good enough? Maybe a little bit higher. Scale X a bit more. And pull that back a smidge.
I'm going to spend all my bits of Otako emoji.
Why are you gonna spend all your bits? I thought you were saving them for another time. You should pace yourself. Alright, so we're getting somewhere. I think it's missing a bit though.
I was going to save, but now I have 10 left.
Well, that's your own fault.
Here you go.
Tanny. Good. I'm glad you can't threaten that many.
Yes?
Why are you still wasting bits? I suppose I can't say... I shouldn't say that you're wasting them, given that you're clearly having fun with them. I should be good streamer, encourage spending, but in moderation. I find it funny that the minimalist cat pod is the one that's apparently just worked really well.
This is totally from Tanny and not Silver.
At least you know what Tanny likes.
I will share a cardboard box with Tanny.
As long as you guys don't eat the cardboard box, you are welcome to make a box for it together. Nope, Tanny, not food. Cardboard box is not food.
My last 5 and nom nom nom.
Do not eat the box! What part of that is so hard to understand? This is an acceptable use of a box. I will allow. That is also an acceptable use of a box, but why is there 3? You can't even see the 3rd. Why are you guys... Actually, no, I can't even ask that. I know why you guys are like this. Alright, what I should do, though, is add a little bit more geometry to this. So that way I can have better curve. There we go. Keidakat? I mean, I could make cube version of me. That is theoretically possible. Actually, it's not even theoretically possible, it just is possible. I don't know if I want to be cube, though. It is basically just a Minecraft skin, actually. You are correct on that. In there. Yeah, that works. Have fun with that, Eternal. Blue and orange Minecraft slime. It does sound like it'd be kind of cute. But I think that's just because I like blue and orange.
How many bits do I buy next? I'm running low at 980.
That is entirely up to you, Eternal, and how many you can comfortably afford. You should not be letting others dictate your financial decisions unless they're like a financial advisor that you have paid to do so. You were not Eternal. It's the mom thing. I am sorry. It is happening more lately. I don't know why I keep getting Silver and Eternal mixed up. You two are very different. Eternal, were you not already?
Safe.
I mean, I've done it to Loki and Volky, which makes more sense, because they're both, like, very similar names. And I will save. There we go. I think it's the level of chaos that is similar when it's in chat-based form like that. That's like my only reasonable guess.
Even with TTS I don't cause as much chaos as Eternal.
I mean, that's true. But you get close. Either that or like I'm trying to think, is there like some text-based habit that you both have? Because there's something that's tripping me up, but I can't even place what it is. No, we don't need a more violent command. But what I'm learning is that I do need to look into getting the customized text-speech voices for certain people in the community. And it's because I'm gonna keep calling people by the wrong name if I'm not careful. It just will happen. Okay, there we go. I think that's the underneath of the hair basically done.
Silver is just an innocent little lad who wears plushies and looks at Yeet. Eternal craves violence and reaps chaos.
I did say that they were different kinds of chaos, but have some similar vibes. Edge, mark seam, mark sharp. There we go. And then this one. Wait, where's the...
How much have I donated this stream? At least 400 bits apparently.
Too much is I think where we're at. Yeah, both do love uppies. That is correct. You both love uppies. You frequently demand uppies together. That's not correct. Hang on. Frame 0, please. Please don't, Silver. 13 is enough for uppies. I will give uppies. There you go. Alright, so unhide those. Unhide the other hair. Yeah, that looks a lot better. We've actually got the underneath there. Did you roll for uppy, Silver? Did I miss a roll? You want to give me uppies? Here, hang on. You can have the yeeted uppies. There you go. Since you paid so much, you just get tossed. Rigged? I didn't see... You were just chatting. I didn't see an ask for uppies. And I didn't see a roll for it either. Yeah, see, you gotta ask for what you want if you want to get uppies. Uppies to me? Okay. There you go. Actually, we'll put you on that shoulder. Was 16 enough to give me uppies? No, it was not enough to give me uppies. You're not dangling? You are stationary? You are in fact stationary. Was that 13 for uppies, Lemonade? I didn't see you specify. There's Lemonade. Here, Lemonade can hold on to the Eternal. Alright, back to trying to figure out these thingies. How many people have I given uppies to at a single time? Not sure. I don't remember. Armature, mirror, X global. That's not X. Armature, mirror, Y global? No. Oh, did I accidentally hit Y global before when I meant to hit X global? I did. Okay. So now we get that in line with the others. There we go. And now we can select each of these and do an extrusion down. And we'll go to about there. Bring those out. Bring those ones out. They are big bones currently. We will have these shrink down as we get them subdivided and stuff. Put that one, which is going in line with that. There we go. So that should match those. Then we can delete those bones. Probably subdivide this twice. That looks about right. And then that probably doesn't actually need to be subdivided. That's probably fine as it is. These ones we might want to pull out a little bit. Actually, no. We'll leave them be. I think that'll be fine. I have no idea what you're on about, Eternal. I nearly called Eternal Silver. Why am I having the problem? Why is it a continued problem? I don't understand. I have no one to blame but myself either. It is just problem. There we go. That should get them more in line. Alright, now for the interesting bit of making this all actually weight painted. Has everything got armature on it? Oh, I need to get out of edit mode for that first. That one, that one. Okay, it does have armature. So if I go and do select that, which armature is that one? Mac and cheesy hair, armature, mac and cheesy hair. Oh, armature hair 03 is the one we're actually looking for. That one. Alright, so now if we go in pose mode, and we rotate. Okay, so only bangs are rigged at all, and obviously not rigged to that. Yeah, do not huff paint. Huffing paint is not recommended. Alright, so weight paint. Turn off that because this should affect everything at once. Grab the root. And why is it on subtract? That should be on add for now. There we go. So now everything is tied to that root one. And then object mode, select that, select the next bit, weight paint, turn on that. Make sure that we've got the right bone selected. There we go. That is everything under that bone now. So if we rotate this bone, everything moves. So good. And if Eternal wants to stay for the last like 20 minutes of stream, they can eep in 20 minutes. I'm not going to be too upset about that.
You know, you probably would have finished this ages ago, but you've been babysitting our antics constantly.
I mean, you say that, but I would also get distracted if I was on my own, whereas this I actually feel like I have to be doing something for you guys to be watching something. 1, 2. So it's a weird balance of whether I get distracted or whether it actually helps. Oh, of course turning the hair looks cursed. Smooth that out.
Open bracket, Bibney, closed bracket.
Now then, let's see. Does this rotate as it should? Why does that not do anything? What did I weight paint to? What did I weight paint to? Okay, we're just gonna select this one. We're gonna add that back and redo that, I guess. The hair is a heat map because this is doing weight painting. So when it's purple, it's undefined, and then when I start painting, blue is now 0, and as it gets closer to red, that's where it's saying that's 100%. So this spot will follow that bone 100%. Then if I smooth that out, that should start making more sense. And then if we try rotating this, you can see just how that affects the bangs. I think that's probably good. I might want to do a little bit more on that lower one there. Actually, no, I think that's fine. Maybe even a little bit less. It looks like it clips a little bit too much. Do I have auto normalize on? Yes, I do. Good. So we'll do subtract. Yeah, good. Subtract is on low strength. So if we just tone that down a bit. What would epinormal sound like in TTS? I have no idea. So then if we smooth that out, do the hair rotate again. Yeah, that makes more sense. That feels like that works. So that should keep that alive and moving without being overly chaotic.
Ebonimal, what is this word?
I have no idea what that word is. But I think that's now bangs done, which is nice. And I see no issue with the bangs. So now we need to go object mode, select our thingies again, and then select the sides, because that's the thing we need to weight paint next. It's lemonade backwards. Fair enough, I guess. Oh, the thing I should actually do before we weight paint the other ones is I should actually name these bones. Because this should be bangs. This one should be hair side L. No, that's R. Hair side R. And then hair side L. And now for the fun bit of how the frick do you name these ones? This is hair B L hair B C L hair B C hair B C R
Center, left 1, left 2, right 1, right 2.
R. So I try and avoid putting left 1 and left 2 because then it doesn't mirror properly. So like if I do that, you can see as I move this bone, it moves its mirror because it has R and L at the end.
Save.
I will save. One, 2, 3. And yeah, Blender is a little bit weird with some of its quirks, but it does make sense. Pet done. I think I'll just go with hair B1L type thing. Hair BC1L. Actually no, that should be 1CL. This one should be hair B1C. Hair B1CR for this one. And hair B1R. Then this next one is going to be hair B2L. And 2 EP. Much too EP. CL. Not EP time yet. Close to EP time, but not EP time yet. I want to see if we can get the rigging done, because that'll be great if we can get it all rigged too. We're getting close. Good, those are linked properly. Weight paint. And then turn on mirror. And now if we do like end here fully done. And mostly up. Then if we tab over to the other one... Oh, is it not? I thought it would mirror it. Oh, it's cause the two aren't actually mirrors. So it gets confused. We're gonna have to do them independently because it's not a mirrored mesh either. That makes sense. It's annoying, but it makes sense. I think that's too far up and it's too symmetrical. I'm gonna do the subtract, bring that down, and then maybe the why does Frank have a higher roll requirement? Frank is rarer. Frank is rarer than Fred. Frank is busier and a bit shyer. Close. We're definitely close on that one. I think I want that to be even less, though. You cannot sue Frank if he does your taxes wrong. I will say that now. Frank is not a tax expert. You cannot sue him if you hold him responsible for your taxes. If he got you that much, that's a problem in and of itself. Also, wait, why is this one... Has this one played at all this stream? I thought I removed this one from the list. It is a vibe, though. I'll leave it playing. Yeah, Frank does not understand taxes. Why is that move so much with that one? Weights. Normalize all. Don't block active. I've just not been paying attention then, I guess. I guess that's fine. Maybe I want to smooth out this more.
Kat, did you appreciate the happy blep I screenshotted today?
Yes, I did. I did appreciate the happy blep. Blepping is fun. Alright, now to try and do this one. Are you calling me dumb, Eternal? Or are you just not understanding what the happy blep is? Shoot, that's difficult when I'm focusing on stuff, Silver. I am scared of that threat. I try and read chat. Maybe I need to make my own, like, notification sound that only I can hear when someone has said something in chat, if it's gonna be like that. Because I do need to get better about fully keeping up with chat. Though it does, like, there is just a lot of the words, the commands, the command spam a little bit. But I like the command spam, too. It just, stuff gets buried, and I tend to sometimes not notice when chat moved because I expect it to be a command spam. Okay, I think that one's good. Do I need to do the other one more, then? Wait, why is that so different? And I'm not afraid of donations. I'm afraid of you guys feeling like you wasted your money. Donations themselves are fine. I mean, fair. I can't really say that I wasn't able to guess what you had planned, but still. I am allowed to be concerned. Probably need to up that again. Because that needs to follow 100%. It is almost Hatsune Miku color, but not quite. I used to have that set up. I need to look into why that stopped working. Because that used to be a thing. There we go, that works better. We'll do this much. Should I be concerned with this much is? Alright, weight paint. You will throw many dollars at the cat. I feel like I'm gonna get hurt by the amount of dollars you plan on throwing then. I'm not bringing back arson. I'm not letting you guys set the stream on fire again. When did what happen? When did the arson happen? Arson was like back in V2 era, I think, was arson. It's been a bit. It did set fire to the stream. That was kind of the whole point of it. Okay, so that goes way too high. And I also need to do a options, weights, normalize all groups. I'm sure you do kind of love that. It is still not something that we should have back on the stream. Alright, and then this one can go out and rotate that way. This one goes out and rotate that way. I'm a bit concerned why like the lower ones don't seem to move as much as they should. Oh, because they've got so much weighted on the head. They need far less weighted on the head. There we go. And then we smooth that out. I'd be surprised if there's an eclipse somewhere of the arson command. I'm trying to remember if it ever happened on the Haywen SMP VODs, because it might have. I don't remember though. Now we've got super sleepy music again. Moving on. All right, that sleepy to too hype, too much hype. Here, I will shuffle playlist again. There we go. I know it is bedtime. I am almost done. I'm just trying to get last bits of this done. As soon as we smooth it out more, we should basically have it. Because this is already very, very close. Rotate that way. Rotate that there. Yeah, it seems like it works. Oh, I am boxed. There we go. There is a little bit of clipping, but I don't think that's too big an issue. So we could average it and help smooth that out a bit. See how that works. And then this one needs smoothing again.
Monsters who will not show themselves and who cause trouble. Monsters who abduct children. Monsters who devour dreams. Monsters who suck blood.
There we go. So then if this just has curve to it.
Lying monsters are
yeah, that's gonna work well together. Smooth these out. Yes, we do have very durable critters here. So then if we rotate that one that way, we can do it that way. And this one, yeah, that works well. I think I do want to do the average again over here. Get those to interact nicer together. Intercontinental ballistic loaf is funny.
Hey cat, this is Blender. Go ahead and save before I crash again.
Yes, thank you for reminding me to save. Rotate. That rotate there. Smooth out that more. That does actually look pretty darn good. I think this bit, though, feels a little bit off. I think that works. So now if we hide the hair, yeah, even at weird, awkward angles, that still looks like hair to me. And it doesn't look like it's pulled away from the base of the head at all. So that's doing fine. If we make a gigantic loaf of bread and put cat in it. Yes, that does make me inbred. You were correct. And then if we go to object mode, select hair, pose mode, pose, clear transform all. There we go. So now there should be no weirdness happening. There's like a little bit of movement on that one, but I think that's fine. That just results in more natural feeling motion. There's not any like clipping or anything weird. There is a little bit of stuff on that one that probably needs a bit of tweaking. Go object mode, select that again. Weight paint. Weight paint, not texture paint. It's probably this one. Yeah. That one just needs to not affect down there. That's too far. Alright. So I think that's good. We will reset. There we go. And I think we've reached a very good point. In fact, I think if Commissioner is happy, then that's probably going to be full thing. I just need to get it on the model and physicsed out, I think. I think this benchmark was physics. Let me actually double check that while I think about this. Oh wait, what was Eternal Squidder doing? Did I miss it? And this one was hair model and physics. So yes, that is definitely need to go attach to model and work on physics for that, but that can happen later. Enjoy game night 8-bit. Oh, I see it. Eternals is doing zoomies. That is adorable. Oh, and there goes Lemonade's doing zoomies. I think it's one of the buttons that they're using in the little controller thingy. Probably one of the emotes. Though I will say, I've now had these for long enough that it's going to be hard if I ever actually want to make my own. Because I thought about making my own stream avatars to better fit the vibes. But no, these guys are just adorable. I might have to make like more clothing variants for these or something. I don't know. We'll see. That's long down the road though. I have many other projects to do. I mean, you're definitely not going anywhere. There will still be stream avatars. It's a question of, will you always be bunnies? Spelled B-U-N-I. Or will there be alternate at some point? Will there be other thing that you guys are? Yes, let's figure out who we want to go raid. Because this should be end of stream now. We've reached a good point on the hair. I just need to do the physics left. Yes, I just saved, but I will do it again. And then next stream will be on Thursday. We're going to be doing blueprints again. Hopefully I can make more progress maybe get down into the basement again. That would be nice. And then on Sunday, I think I have played up plans. Was that this Sunday? I believe that was this Sunday. Double checking. Yes, this Sunday should be played up. That will be very fun. Lots of chaos. And yes, I definitely don't dislike the help and blueprints. I do like the hint system. Hint system works well. And then, what else? I think that's basically everything. Oh, next productive stream should probably be working on Itami's model. That'll be on Tuesday.
Hey,
Plans
Kat, this
might
is Blender.
change,
Go ahead and
but
save before I crash again.
I think we've reached the benchmark point on this more or less, so it's definitely not going to be Mac and Cheesy's model, because it'll have to wait for next benchmark before I can do more progress. There's the hydrate, and I've already saved. Let's see who we are going to go raid. Do we want someone else doing art, or do we want someone we know? Because there is... Oh, I haven't raided Zumi in a while. I haven't even seen her online in a while. Oh, though Lucky Jean is also doing a uncapped donathon for their birthday. I think we'll go raid Lucky Jean. We'll go wish him happy birthday. He is currently doing Creature Kitchen, which I saw something about this game. It's like a spooky game, but you just cook for wildlife. It's spooky forest, but cook for wildlife. So I will start raid for Jean. Go wish him happy birthday. Get trapped in his basement possibly. And we'll be back on Thursday with blueprints, which I am excited for. I will see you guys next time. Doei zmia!